teammates? I guess that's why they're a regular at the College World Series, huh?
No, they're regular in the College World Series because they can pitch, and that's why teams that I've been part of has been a regular to the College World Series and regionals because you can pitch. We don't pitch right now, and that's the problem. That's the ongoing problem with where we're at right now. I'm a firm believer that defense and pitching wins championships, and that their numbers aren't that great. Their numbers aren't any different than us offensively as a team, but they can pitch, and you got to give kudos to Westmoreland. I mean, the guy threw probably 20, 30 pitches or more last night, and he comes in and throws almost 100 today, and all he's doing is playing catch with his catcher, and he's just wiggling. Got a little wiggle on his pitch. He's throwing strikes, and he's getting people out, and we're not watching the game from our side enough to realize that we can make it a lot easier on ourselves than we're making it right now.
Dave, if you go back to the third inning, you go out there, you're down 3-0. Nick gets the first two batters out. Looks like a 1-2-3 inning, but he walks the next guy, and that kind of opened the door for a 5-run inning.
Absolutely. It all happened with 2 outs. It happened with 2 outs, a 2-out walk, and then it was open up the floodgates, and we couldn't get someone up quick enough to put a Band-Aid on it. One of my goals with Nick and Zach is that when I hand them the ball, I want them to go into the 8th and 9th. So never in my wildest dreams did I think I was going to have to take them out after 3 innings throwing 70-plus pitches. That just isn't a good performance, and we need better than that. We need better all the way across the board from the mound. Trevor came in and threw 2 good innings. I commend my team. I'm down right now, but I really commend our guys for the fight that they showed from the offensive standpoint. The way things are going right now, to be down 8-0, it would have been really easy for our guys to say, well, let's fold the tents. This one's not in the bag for us today. This isn't in the cards, but we roll a 7. We talk about winning innings. We actually won that ugly 3rd inning. They drop a 5 on us. We drop a 7 on them, and it just wasn't enough. Trevor held him for 2 innings, and then he goes out 3-1 on the leadoff hitter in his 3rd inning. The guy gets a base hit, and next thing you know, they have 3 on the board, and that was a real backbreaker for a team that had fought so far back to get back in the game and then lose that 1-run cushion that we were trying to make up.
As you go to look to Sunday now, how different is the feeling that you've got Zach going for you?
It's a great feeling. That's the only thing that's keeping me up right now, to be honest with you, and is that we've got our best guy going tomorrow. They've got a pretty good guy going too. Unlike most teams on Sunday, they're bringing back Montgomery. That's what they've announced. He was tough on us last year, but he hasn't pitched for 3 or 4 weekends, so he'll probably be on a little bit of a pitch limit. And with them using the core of their main guys, we have a good shot tomorrow. And tomorrow's a big game for us. I mean, we've got to get over this hump, and nothing would have been better to come back and win that game. That might have been a game that we could have looked back 5 years from now and said that was the game that got us to where we're at now. But I'm still waiting for that moment to happen.
Coach, going back to Williams, he had a pretty solid start in Nashville last weekend. I think he gave up 4 runs in 7 innings. Was he just missing the spots, or were they putting good swings on, or what was with Williams?
He didn't really have command of anything, to be honest with you. His fastball was elevated at times. That's a fastball hitting team, and he wasn't showing him that, especially in the 2nd and 3rd inning, that he was going to establish anything off speed over the plate. And they're smart enough hitters to realize that he hasn't established it even close, and they were going to sit 1 speed, and they did, and they made him pay for it. And I would have much rather in that 3rd inning that with 2 outs, that guy. In the 1st inning, the guy hits the home run, the solo home run. That doesn't beat us. That never beats you. But when you walk a guy with 2 outs and it leads to a 5, those are the kind of innings that beat you. And we talk about that a lot. The solo home runs, I'll take those. That's a guy committing to throwing a strike. He was behind the count, and he threw a changeup, and the guy hit it out. The guy did a good job. But it's the free passes that continues to kill us. And it isn't just the free passes. If you watch the game, how many wild pitches we're throwing and giving up 90 feet. And it isn't just wild pitches, it's unwild pitches. I mean, it's wild pitches that are not even close to the strike zone that are bouncing 15 feet in front of the plate. And like I got just done saying on the radio, that doesn't happen in the bullpen. When I'm watching their bullpens, it does not happen. So something's happening from the time they're in the bullpen to the time they walk across the white lines. And that's what bothers me as a coach, is that we are changing and we're not changing for the better.
Thanks, good.